We're live. Welcome, everybody to Sisters United. We're spanning the guys. We're a little bit punchy here. We are live. Our topic for today for Sisters United is the power in belief. And before we get into that, we're going to go across the board and introduce ourselves. And then we'll dig in. We've got lots of people that say they're coming on in a little bit, so there'll be people coming in and out. I am Valerie Jampolsky. I am the Abundance Mom Freedompreneur from Abundance Now, and I am a single mom. I got twin 5-year-old boys, and I give my naked kid alert, but I think they're pretty settled in the other room over there. But just in case if I pop off the camera, you know what's going on. And I used to be an entertainment attorney of all things, and my goodness, what would I be doing on a Thursday morning? It's 8:13 in the morning for me. Powerful 13. 8:13 in the morning for me here in Los Angeles. I'm in Los Angeles. And when I was sitting there, very pregnant to the gills in my office with the twins, and had this powerful realization that I just really, if I didn't do something, I wasn't going to be able to tuck in my kids at night, never mind see them, anything, really. My kids are being raised by nannies, pretty much. And I just knew that there was so much more to me, and I was miserable at what I was doing, and I knew there was so much more. And so basically that was the catalyst of what led me into where I am today. There's a long story in there, but I'll get into it another time. And for me, it's just, I just feel blessed that I've discovered and come across what it is that we do, that we're all do, so that I can be here on a Thursday talking about stuff, talking about belief, talking about things that really matter to me, and be able to do fun things like right now. We got someone on here from Bali, and I was just there with the kids. It was like very exciting. So it's so cool, that we can have that flexibility and do the things that we do. So I am going to pass it on over to CJ. You are up. Oh, we got someone coming in. Yay, Kim, she's here. Yay. Okay. CJ.
Hey!
Yay.
Is it echo? Yep. Kim. Is it Kim or Val I'm echoing with?
No, I don't hear any echo.
Okay, I have a really bad echo, so I'll just go with it.
You're good. We don't hear it.
Okay. I'm CJ. I'm a stay-at-home mom in Florida. I have 3 boys who are 9, 6, and 4. So for me, it was not always this exciting. I used to work for corporate America, and it was many, many hours a day. I'd work 12 to 16 hours a day. I was a crazy mom, trying to get things done for work, trying to get housework, doing the typical laundry, homework, cooking the meals, and doing tons of overtime. And I just knew that since I was gifted this amazing gift of being a mom and being blessed with 3 boys and having that freedom of being with them all the time, it was more important for me to do that than it was for me to be a career mom in corporate America. I was meant to be a stay-at-home mom, and that's my vision in life, is to show other moms that there is other jobs out there, and it's the most important job is being a mom, because kids are only kids once, children are only children once, and you only can make those memories and those moments with them at that moment. It's not something that you can go back and get again, because yeah, you can think about it and relive it or say, wow, we should really go on this family vacation next year, but things happen and things change, and that family vacation may never ever happen for you. So my philosophy in life is do it now, enjoy life now, take the moments and run with them while you can, instead of sitting there and thinking about those moments and thinking about what you can do. Why think about it when you can actually do it with them and make that memory? This week with homeschooling, we're discussing Thanksgiving because we're getting ready for Thanksgiving here in the USA, and we've been doing Indians and Pilgrim stuff and learning about Plymouth, Massachusetts and the Mayflower and the type of food that they would have eaten back then. And we were eating raw cranberries, sitting on the carpet making cranberry garland yesterday, watching Charlie Brown's Thanksgiving, and all these things I would not be able to do if I was still working at my corporate job in corporate America that I did for 14 years before I pulled the plug and said, see ya, I'm a mom. And that's where I am, and that's my passion, and that's what I do for life every day.
Wow. I love it. I always get it re-inspired into what I'm doing every time I hear you do. Every time you hear talk, CJ, I'm like, maybe she's that deep. I haven't done it with my kids. I did the homeschool thing. I was like, I'm gonna talk to CJ after this. We're gonna compare notes on what to, little homeschooling tips and stuff. This is kind of cool. So
Thanks, Val.
I'm gonna pass it on over and let everybody know where you are. Where are you? You said you're in Florida. Yeah. You're like right in the.
Yes,
Cool.
Florida, and it's 11:18 a.m. Thursday morning for me.
Cool. And I'm going to pass it over to Kim. It was her idea for the topic. So, whoa, what happened? I did this again. Hang on, guys. I'm going to get rid of this here. And I'll get back over to you here. And I'm going to click on Kim. Yay, there you are.
Hey ladies, it's Kim. I'm in the UK and it is just getting dark now. It's like 4:20 in the afternoon. And I'm on like a bit of an energy slump because, I just, the reason I'm late is because I just got off the phone to the publishers in the USA. And all I'm going to say is 6 months. 6 months after, and I'll be a published author. So yeah, I'm Kim from the UK and I am so grateful to be here. I have had a life of tragedy and turmoil, which we're not going to go on about because it's over. It's over. It's done. I found a new headspace. I found a new energy. I found a new community. I found a system. I found a life that works. Okay, so all I'm going to say is big things are coming. Big things are happening every day. And, being a mum of two and a wife to be next year, all I can say is life is just amazing right now. So take this little bit of energy that I've got left before I have to go and put my head down and recharge. And yeah, let's pass it over to Poppy and then jump into the topic.
Yeah, here we go. Poppy.
Hey, it's Poppy Krajewski here from Dream Create BV. I worked for many years as a social worker for the government doing the 9-to-5 thing, and it made me really miserable. And I'm actually in Bali right now, and it was when I was in Bali about 5 or 6 years ago that I first got inspired to the idea of being able to work wherever in the world that you could, because I started to meet people who were doing that. And long story short, I stumbled on a system that now allows me to do that. So now I'm on like a week-long yoga / yummy food / girl time holiday with my best friend, one of my best friends over here, and I get to be online in my downtime and get to share with you amazing ladies and with our sisters all over the world about what we're up to and talk about inspiring topics and lift people up, because that's what I love to do. I work as a youth worker in my day job, and I just want to inspire people to live happier and healthier lives, and I believe that we can do that just by connecting with each other online all over the planet. We've got this technology now, it's amazing. So yeah, that's me. I'm really excited to be here.
Yay. That's so cool. It was like flashing me back from when I was there. I was like, where are you in Ubud?
Yeah, it's awesome. So beautiful.
So cool. So, Kim, why don't we hop on over to you for the topic, since you're kind of running low on energy, and it was your idea, and I would love to hear your take on everything.
Okay.
And you'll probably get yourself all fired up just by talking.
Yeah, I can feel it happening already. Do you know what it is? It's just like, last night I was just going to meet my partner and his best friend, who's going to be his best man, and like their other friend. And as I got to the traffic lights in the middle of Newcastle, and I mean in the city centre, I stopped at these traffic lights. I looked at my email and it said, Kimberly, we would like to say congratulations, we've accepted your manuscript. And I literally let out a scream in the street. I was so excited, and then obviously today I've been waiting for the call to discuss the fine, like the small print and stuff like that, and I just cannot believe it. They said, have you got any questions? I said, I've got one. How long is it going to take? How long is it going to take? How long is it going to take? Because people are chomping at my heels for the full version of my book. Now, this is where I picked this topic, because if you'd gone back 3 years ago, and it's around the 21st of November, 3 years ago, I tried to take my own life because I thought that I couldn't get back up again. I thought that I couldn't be somebody special, that I couldn't be the great mum that I wanted to be. I was never going to find love where I was going to be put on a pedestal and treated like a princess. And, you know, no matter how many careers I tried to tap into, I'd become very, very good at it, and somebody would try and chop me down again. And it just seemed that no matter what I did, boom, 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 I was chopped down, chopped down, chopped down, fell flat on my face. And in the end, I kind of, you know, I wanted to put the white flag up and give in and say, look, do you know what? I tell you what, I'm going to give up. And then laid on a bed, I listened to a certain song, which is in the background of a video that also was very, very successful just recently. And it made me realise that no, I'm coming back. I didn't want to be remembered for the person that gave up. I didn't want to be the poor me story where people went, oh, didn't she have a tough life? Oh, wasn't that terrible? I didn't want to be that person. I wanted to be the person that I am today, which is amazing that in just 3 years I've got exactly where I wanted to be. And I'm the person that, you know, people say, wow, you know, thanks so much for that advice, Kim. Wow, Kim, I'm getting inboxes every day from people that, you know, when you have your friends on Facebook, but you don't always see each other and you don't talk for years. I'm getting messages that's like, Kim, I'm following your story. I'm following your videos. I've read, you know, the first part of your book. I can't wait for the rest of it to come out. I just wanted to take this moment to tell you that I'm honoured to have a friend like you, that you're absolutely inspirational. And just in watching your videos every day, I'm finding my tough time easier to get through. And I'm finding it easier to get through because, you know, when I talk, apparently it's powerful. People receive it really, really well. You know, there's something in the way that I've learned to believe in myself, which I have to say is thanks to this community, you know, that is helping other people believe in themselves when they haven't got the strength. They're now finding that my fan page is a place that they can reach out to get that little bit of energy inside them, to get, there we can see my energy levels are up now, it works. See, when you start believing in yourself, it works. Yeah. So self-belief is massive. 3 years ago, I didn't have it. Then I came across my mentor, Sarita, and who then passed me on to Valerie. So massive thanks to Valerie. These people believed in me just because I reached out to them. Before I even understood the system, what we was doing and everything, they said to me, why do you get up every day? Why do you do what you do? Well, do you know what? You're already amazing. And I believe in you. And I believe that you can do great things, the same as we all believe that everybody watching this, you are capable of achieving anything. And on the days when you can't find the energy to get up and go and do what you want to achieve, you reach out to every single one of us, and we're going to tell you that you can do it. And just by hearing somebody else say, I believe in you, I'm here for you, I'll catch you when you fall down, gives you the most powerful tool in the world. And it is belief. Without belief, you're not going to go anywhere. So stop flogging a dead horse. If you cannot believe in yourself, if you cannot look in that mirror and say, yes, I can 3 times, get to the 3rd time, and believe you're going to do it, then you come and reach out to one of us, because we're going to say it to you more than 3 times, and by the end of our conversation, you're going to believe that you are unstoppable. And ladies, I'm going to pass it on to the rest of you, otherwise I'm going to end up like crashing and burning all in front of you.
I love it, I love it, I love it. I want to go over to Poppy next, because it is the week.
Oh, it's...
she'll be back in a minute. All right, Poppy, I'll let you go on your topic.
Okay.
It's late for you, hon. You can just jump on and start talking.
No worries. Yeah, I love this topic, and I love what you had to say, Kim. I'm just, so proud to know you, and so happy for you and everything that you're doing. It's just, it's so amazing. You know, it's just it's testament to the power of a powerful story. You know, so it's great. I don't know. For this topic, like, it's so true, everything that you were saying, you know, like whether you believe you can do something or not. You know, there's this quote that comes to mind. It's like, whether you believe you can do a thing or not, you are right. It's like by Henry Ford. So, you know, whatever it is that's possible, that you think is possible for you or is not possible for you, you're going to be right either way. If you believe that you're hopeless and that you'll never amount to anything, then that is what you're going to create in your life, you know. But if you believe that you're powerful, if you believe that you can achieve anything that you want, if you believe that you deserve greatness, if you believe that you're worthy of love, then that is what you will have in your life. And it took me, for example, deciding that I was worthy of love from a good man to find a really worthy, good man, after years and years of being with men who were less than worthy, and that came from my own childhood and my own issues with my father and, all of that. And, but I overcame all of that because I ultimately decided that I believed in myself, that I was worthy of more than that. Even as a little girl, having dreams that one day I was going to be able to speak my story, speak my vision, write books, or, speak in front of hundreds of people. And, this is starting to happen in my life now. And it didn't happen for years because I stopped believing in that dream. But now that I'm believing in that dream, and that's thanks to the support of this amazing community of like-minded, inspiring, inspirational, beautiful women, that, I get to be believed in, and I get to have that ongoing support and encouragement that, makes it all possible for me. So it's incredibly powerful if you can really harness the thoughts that are going on in your mind, So, we get drummed into us, I think, maybe because of like religious education or like, I don't know, I went to Catholic school, so that's my set point, but there's this sort of view that a belief is solid, it's fixed, that it can't move. And really, a belief is nothing more than a thought that you keep thinking. And the thoughts that you keep thinking are simply neural pathways in your brain that are just entrenched like a groove in a record, They're just habitual thoughts that you think over and over and over again. And so you decide that they're true because you've had so much evidence to support all of those beliefs and those thoughts over and over again in your life. But what if the thoughts that you're thinking and the beliefs that are going on in your mind, what if they are creating your reality? If your life is miserable right now, maybe it's because the thoughts in your head are miserable, and maybe you have a lot more power over those thoughts and those beliefs than you thought you did. And your life will miraculously change the moment you decide to change those thoughts that you're thinking. And it takes self-awareness, it takes meditation, it takes being surrounded by like-minded, supportive, encouraging people, but it takes consistent effort, and it doesn't have to be hard work, but there is effort required. And you can rewire your brain, you can rewire your life, you can create new connections, create new beliefs about yourself, and you can, in the process, create a life of empowerment, of inspiration, of joy, of beauty, like it's 100% possible. And all it takes is making a decision that whatever it is that you are dreaming inside, deep in your heart, that is possible for you, and it just takes you believing in yourself. And I feel like I've run out of steam now, but it's such a powerful thing, and I've seen evidence of that so much in so many different places in my life, And the other thing that I'll quickly share is, like, I will never stop believing in the power of the human spirit. I work as a youth worker, and I've also worked in jobs like child protection and juvenile justice, and I've worked with a lot of criminals as well, like adult criminals. And what I was really sheltered from that world when I was growing up, and then when I started working in those fields in my 20s, I was suddenly exposed to this whole other reality of people living lives of such pain and such trauma, and they were creating more and more of that in their lives because they honestly didn't believe that anything else was possible for them. And I thought that being around people like that would be like a depressing thing, and it kind of was in some ways, because I think
Are we frozen?
I think we may have lost our Poppy.
I think we lost our Poppy. Love Poppy. We're frozen. Okay, we're going to hop over to you, CJ. Bringing you out on the topic. Poppy, you come back, holler in. It's so brilliant. Sharing, I was just like,
wow. I was like mesmerized that it's this call. No! Yeah, both her and Kim had amazing value and amazing points this week, that it's just the little things that we all seem to forget about in life. And the topic, Kim, I cannot say the time frame for this topic, Kim, was phenomenal, because the 21-day meditation that Deepak and Oprah have been doing actually is about becoming your belief. So I'm on day 18 right now of that. So for the past 18 days, I've been meditating every day about the belief within oneself. And that's one thing. Hi.
Hi.
Sorry, photo bombs. And that's one thing that with everyday life, people. Okay, sweetheart. With everyday life, we seem to forget about that belief, and that belief gets stolen from us. And that's the best way I can describe that is it is being stolen. Because people that do not have that belief, they'll do anything to take it from you, whether they tell you that you're a liar or a cheater, or they'll tell you that you do things to con other people, or that you've been conned in life. They'll find any way possible to take that positivity within you and turn it into a negative concept, because the only way they know how to do it is through negativity. They don't know any other way. They don't know how to have joy and how to have peace and endless love within oneself. And it's up to us as individuals. It's up to us in this amazing online family that we have to show other people and other families and other women out there that we are strong, we are powerful, and we do have a belief within us that was given to us, as Poppy would like to say, the record with its individual grooves. Those grooves were given to us for a reason, and that past life we have had to live, we've had to live that past life to gain those grooves, to share with other people and help other individuals live a better life and show them that we are here, we survived it, we rode that roller coaster, we wore that t-shirt, we bought those sandals and they were great, and we wore them out to the very end, and we still have them in our closet and they're not going anywhere. And it's just, you need to stay within yourself and believe in yourself, and don't let other people take your dreams away. Don't let other people tell you that you cannot accomplish something, or tell you that you're not worthy of what your vision is in life, because that's them. They don't have the belief, and because they don't have the belief, they want to steal yours and take yours away, because most of the people do not like seeing other people succeed. And it's a proven fact. If people cannot be successful themselves, they will take from other people just because they don't know how to be happy. And it's all through, really, with meditation and self-mindset and self-awareness, that we can all find that within ourselves and help and guide others through that. And we all have that strength. And when you're pushed to that limit, you'll be surprised what you really, truly have the strength to get through, because we've all been down that road. We've all been down the suicidal path. We've all been down the I've given up, and cars repoed, and houses taken away, and having to hide from people, and turn off the cell phone so that the bill collectors don't call us 24/7 so we can have some peace and quiet within our day. We've all been there, and we've survived it, and we're here to show you and share with you and help you to get through it. And never, ever give up on your belief and the love for yourself, because you were given that path and that destiny for a reason. So take it and run with it and share with the world.
DJ, I'm just like
Val's in the zone.
I'm in the zone here. I'm just like, Poppy, you got cut off.
Okay, honey, go.
This is like, I go back and listen to all this after, you know?
Oh, yeah, I got cut off and I was like, no, I ended like on a negative point and I need to like make it positive. But like what I was trying to say was, you know, I was hearing all these stories of woe and struggle again and again, and like what struck me was like I still didn't lose faith in people, you know. I still felt that everyone was like big and powerful. They just didn't know it. And what I really like strove to do without even knowing what I was doing was that I was just always seeing like the light in people and seeing the goodness in them. And you know, and I think that when you can do that for people, you really give them that opportunity to rise to that and to create that in their lives, you know. So when I hear stories of people overcoming, you know, really dramatic, traumatic, difficult periods in their lives, like, you know, with Kim's story, it just, like, it reconfirms for me that it is truly possible to overcome anything in life, and that, you know, you can never give up on yourself, and you've got to just keep on believing that, you know, that you are good, you are worthy, and you are deserving of achieving whatever it is that your heart really wants. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say. So yeah, thank you for sharing what you said too, CJ. I really love that, because I think it's important, you know, to be aware that when you don't have positive people around you and you're trying to change your life, it can be really hard, because you're right, people will steal your dreams and steal that power away, because they don't like it, because it reminds them of their own failures, you know. So yeah, that was a really good point. Thank you for sharing that.
Love it, love it. I'm gonna pipe in here, but I don't know how much more I can add to all this stuff. But I guess it's the whole thing of which I always keep coming back to is, and I think Poppy, you started with it, and Kip, all of you all talked about this, but the idea that, you know, we have thoughts that cross our mind, and I used to think that just because a thought crossed my mind, that meant it was my thought, and that I had to take it in and just buy into the emotional space of it. And just having the awareness that any thought that's ever been thought, and all the negative thoughts that ever been thought ever, they're floating out there like thought. They're waves. They're like just floating out there, and we are all receivers, whether we're conscious of it or not. And for me, it was like having this massive discovery that what I was doing and what I'd been doing for many, many, many years was a thought would come in, and then I would rationalize the thought, negative something, and I'd started even from young, and it created even habits of thinking that had developed personality traits of how I reacted to situations, because I'd go back to remembering a certain negative thought, which went to a certain emotion, which of course what that did was got me all upset in some way, which released toxic chemicals into my body, which then caused the left and right hemisphere of my brain to not talk to each other properly, so that I couldn't access my frontal cortex. Where was I? I was in fight or flight. And so many people live in fight or flight. Am I going to run for it? Am I going to attack it? Am I going to chase it? Am I going to, you know, I mean, we're literally in a panic state of, how am I going to handle this kind of thing? And literally not being able to think straight. As much as you can't think straight, they're literally not. They're not in the frontal cortex. They're not in awareness. They're not in source. They're not in, you know, talk about the pineal gland. Any of you that know that, accessing that, not happening when we're buying into negative thoughts. And so for me, almost belief, in a way, it's like it's always there. The wisdom, our abundant selves, our abundant, wise, brilliant selves. It's there. It's like sitting in the background. It's there. And what's happening, this is what I've been learning. I've actually been studying a little bit. I've been taking delving deep in some stuff that Michael Bernard Beckwith's been talking about. Really good book. If you want to check it out, Spiritual Liberation. Really, really, really good book. And it's about being aware of what that the thoughts that are crossing are actually getting in the way. They're just, by buying into these negative thoughts that are floating around, they're actually getting in the way of what's already there, all the abundance and everything, and the ideas, the wisdom, in the moment to take action. I mean, you had this brilliant idea to do that video, Kim, right? And to write something out. It's like, it's there, it's been there, but you opened up the space for you to be able to feel that brilliance to take that action, right? And that's almost in a way what belief is it's there if you allow the rest of it to just not buy into it. And it was a big thing for me to realize that folks like Deepak Chopra and, you know, and Oprah and, you know, Michael Bernard Beckwith and you know, all these other people, incredible people that are in our community as well, and I mean that the negative thoughts come by, they just don't buy into them. They're like, oh, that's interesting. Just let that float on by like a wacky little cloud, right? Just let it float on by. And just because it's there doesn't mean it's mine, doesn't say anything about me. That, because I used to think my value or who I was as a person was judged by the thoughts that were crossing my mind, thinking they were mine, and all they are is thoughts. To just go, yeah, I don't think so. Just like TV, for those of us here in the States, you turn on certain news stations, you're like, I don't think so, right? I would have flipped that station off. And it's just the same thing. It's just going, I don't think so. I'm just going to flip that channel off and get quiet and discover what's really there. This absolute amazing, blissful, brilliant, powerful, compassionate, wild people that we all are and what we can do. So that's my little take on it. And Joan, you're here. Oh, hi, kitty guy. And Joan, is I'm going to pull Joan out. Introduce yourself briefly, and then we're talking, digging into, oh, I think you need to unmute.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
There you go. Love it.
Okay, cool. Hey, everybody. I'm Joan here. Excuse me. We are from Texas, and sorry I was late this morning. We all kind of went to bed late, and we all kind of woke up kind of late. So it's great to have that kind of freedom to just kind of, enjoy the morning with the kids and cook breakfast, and my husband is here. So, but I love this topic, and because I believe that, I think it was when I was reading Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, one of his things, what he said in a passage in one of his books was, to set your goals and believe, have faith that it will come true and it will happen for you. And what so many people fall into is the doubt that they have, or other people saying that they can't do it. And it's your belief and it's your faith that kind of carries you through to your dreams and your goals. And just to have, and to not let anybody or anything or any doubt kind of veer you off. So as long as your belief and your faith is strong that you can do what you want and you can do what you can achieve, that is just, it's such a key thing to have with anything. If you are struggling with relationships, if you're struggling with money, if you're struggling with your health, just to ask and truly believe and not have anything veer you off path, because that can be so easy, especially when they're family members, especially when it's people that you love that are trying to tell you otherwise. And it's you are responsible for having that strong faith and believing. So
Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Kim, CJ, we lost Poppy there. Let's just check. We got anybody in the chat. CJ, are you there? You're off camera. Let's see if maybe I can check in the chat.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry, we had to do a bee rescue.
Oh, goodness. Rescue.
Yeah, we had 3 kids and 2 bees. It was an adventure. So I'm back now.
Kids and 2 bees. Wow. That's a lot.
No, we have no chats, and we know that there are people watching. So where's your hi?
If you're watching in the replay, I would love to hear your thoughts, your comments.
Yes, let us know.
Your 2 cents, your books, or anything that you love in any of this. Any quotes, throw it all in. Hi. Kim, you want to hop on? Anything else you wanted to add on? Whoop, I don't know if I lost Kim. Did we lose Kim?
I still see her.
I see her, but I think we're looking at the image. I think she's in frozen mode.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can.
Oh, she's leaving. Kim, are you there to come out? We hear you. Not sure. Oh, love that. Love the hat. Love the hat. That's great.
Hey Val.
Yeah.
I guess I have another thing to say about.
Sure. Yeah. Come on out.
I guess if there's people watching out there that are having trouble or issues with, faith and believing that things can happen for them.
Yeah.
I think we've mentioned this earlier or mentioned this in other chats, but just to start small. I believe. Wake up and say, I believe that this will be a perfect day. Start small. I believe that I am a light. Or say something, or talk to yourself with affirmations. Start something small. Say, I am kind, or I am beautiful, and then you start believing. Then you start having faith that you are that person, that you are that you can achieve these things. And once you start feeling, oh, I am kind, I am beautiful, then you can move on to the next thing. Like, I am going to get my dream job. I am going to get my perfect relationship. I know that when I was younger, I had issues with insecurities, and I was never, the most beautiful person or beautiful, great-looking girl in school. And my best friend, who was, always got, the hottest guy, and he was always dating the hottest person. And I know that, and whenever that happened, I always reaffirmed that, I know that I will have my, knight in shining armor one day. I know that I will, have a family one day. And I kept believing that, and kept believing, even though the hot guy was always attracted to my girlfriend, I always believed that, yes, I will have my family. I will have the husband that I have been dreaming of. And lo and behold, it happens, because my faith never quit. I always believed that I will have my family, that I will have my husband. And that's when I really clicked to me that once I do start believing those little things, then you can believe and have faith in whatever you want. So that was my little story on believing and having faith.
It's very, 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 very powerful.
Wow, I love that, Joan. Also, to follow up with Joan's belief and re-encouraging yourself every day, I've found a new podcast that's become my new best friend, and it's called Hay House Meditations, and it's a podcast. It's free. You just have to subscribe to it, and the meditations that they go through within this podcast are all about mindset and keeping that dream and helping you stay focused and enforcing that you are beautiful and you do have so much to give and share with the world. And the other day we had it just running continuously off of my laptop in the kitchen from like the time we went up to the time we went to bed, and it just played through all the meditations that are on the podcast, and it just, the atmosphere within the house was so peaceful and so relaxed, and everybody was so positive about who they are and what their goals were for that day. And it was just, I have to share that because when Joan was talking about that, it totally brought me back to that day with the podcast. So thank you, Joan, for reminding me about that day.
I love that. Maybe you can put the link to that in the chat.
I will, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got my internet back now. I don't know what happened then. It's the first time it's ever tripped out on me. But the only thing I'm going to add to this now is I want all of you guys on here already. Yeah, you too, CJ. And I want everybody watching, even if you're watching the replay, what you're going to do is you're going to go and get toothpaste, you're going to go and get soap, you're going to go and get a felt tip, whatever it is, lipstick, I do not care. You're going to go and you're going to write on your mirror for 1 week. It's going to go up there for a week. And for the OCDs out there, I do apologise, but do it for a week. And you can write, yes, I can, times 3. So when you get up in the morning, when you go to bed at night, you're going to say, yes, I can. 1, 2, 3. First time you say it, second time you hear it, third time you believe it. And then whatever your thought wanders off to after that, because you're going to let it go free, you're going to accomplish that day. Or you're going to set your mindset before you go to bed to accomplish it the next day, in which you're going to start on repeating yourself. You know, I've just made myself a little photo card that reminds me that the determination that I have today, I will repeat again tomorrow for the next day to be just as successful, if not even more.
Mm-hmm.
If you wonder how I got as successful as I've got, it's because I wrote, yes, I can, on a mirror 3 years ago. So I urge every single person watching this to do it for at least 1 week before you go and wash it off. And I do apologise to the OCD people out there, but it will change your life.
Let's have some fun with that. Let's do selfies. Standing in front of our mirrors with the yes we cans written on it and post it on our feed page.
Yeah, get us all added on Facebook, tag us in your photos so we can see that you've done it. Let's start a trend.
I love it.
I love it. Let's do it.
Yes, I can.
I love it. Thanks, Kim.
Love it, love it, love it. Cool. And with that, I think, I know it's a short hangout, but I think we've got such powerful information here. So it's very, very power packed. We can go out there into our Yes or Can day and actually, live and be and do and have all that stuff. So any other comments? Anybody? Joan, CJ, Kim, we're good. We got it. I think we got it.
I think we've got it.
Yes, I can. Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
That was awesome, Kim. Definitely.
Yeah, I love it. See y'all next week. And if you want to connect with us, you want to know what the heck are we doing? Down below, click on it, and whoever brought you here, it's going to take you to connect with them, and also they'll be connecting with us. So, big hugs. See you all.